Hey guys, it's Sharon. Welcome back. We're going to do things a little bit differently this class. Just a few caveats. Remember, at any point if you don't feel well, if you just feel nauseous, I don't know, a little bit dizzy, just stop. This is YouTube. You can pause it, get something to drink, rest, and then come back. Okay, let's get started with a little bit of a strength test. So you're going to take your nice trusty chair, I've got one right here, and you're going to take a seat. So what this exercise is going to do is just test what is called your static strength. You're going to have your back against the chair, holding onto the base. Please don't hold up your leg. This is all you're going to do. We're going to bring up that knee for 30 seconds. So you're going to bring up that knee, and I'm watching the clock right there, and you're just going to hold it there. There you go. We're at 5 seconds. Oh, we're coming up on 10 seconds. There you go. Just hold it there. You may be tempted to grab that leg. Try not to, okay? Oh, this clock is moving. Oh, I think it slowed down a little bit. We'll see. Coming up in the last 5 seconds now. Try to hold it, try to hold it, try to hold it, and relax. Good. How did you do? Okay, now we're going to come over to the opposite. So I'm the opposite of you, so this is going to be your right knee. Bringing up that knee, starting now. Coming up on 5 seconds. Good, just try to breathe, okay? Coming up on 10 seconds. Coming up on 15 seconds. If your leg starts to shake, that's normal. Coming up on 20 seconds. Good, coming up on 25 seconds. Last 5 seconds, begin now. See, my leg is moving too, right? Okay, we're at 30 seconds. So if you were watching when I was doing it, my leg started to move involuntarily. Totally normal. This is the muscle kind of struggling a little bit, which is what you want. Now, I just exercised a few days ago, so my muscle is still a little wonky, but the ability to hold your limb in one position is an indicator of your ability to balance. We're going to come back to that a little bit later. So what we're going to do now is come to our arms, seated upright in the chair. Your back is off the chair, knees and feet together, arms at your sides, palms facing that chair, relaxing the shoulders. You can drop the head a little bit if you like, bringing the arms up and down. We're going to go for one count of 40. Notice my cadence. Slow. This is 4. And 5, you should have no pain. 6, just muscle fatigue. 7, good. And 8, all the way down. 9, all the way down. 10, good. 11, 12, 13, notice where you feel it. 14, good. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, you can drop the head, 20 if you need to, counting backwards, and now this is 19, 18, good, 17, breathe, 16, 15, all the way down, 14, good, 13, notice the activation, and 11, right there in the shoulder, 10, 9, good, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to try and hold it on 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feel your activation right through here. This is the medial delt. You're using the entire shoulder for working the middle part of that shoulder, primary activation component of that shoulder muscle. So this is a balance exercise. Why? Because when you balance, this is a multifactorial construct. What does that mean? It means that balance comprises of a lot of different parts. One of them being a shoulder girdle strength, a back strength, core strength, and leg strength. Also other areas of the body, feet, even the neck, all of that comes into play. Okay, we're going to rest those arms for just a little bit. Now we're going to do a little bit with our legs. So we're going to do our knee raises. So I'm going to sit down again. This time your back is going to be back against the chair. There you go, get nice and comfortable. Now, do not grab your legs. We want those legs to work without the aid of your hands. So you're going to grab the base of the chair. You're going to bring out that left leg out to the side. See what I'm doing here? Ah, nice and comfortable out there. Now what you're going to do is bring the leg straight up and out. Your brain is very, very sneaky. Your brain is going to want you to do this. Don't do that. You want to force, in this case, the TFL, the tensor fasciae latae. You want to force that muscle to keep that externally rotated position. This is also important in balance. Let's just go for 25. Do your best. Back is against the chair, 25, and out, 24. So you want to tap that heel down, 23, good. 22, 21, 20, 19, good. 18, you're going to feel the activation, 17, 16, right in there, 15, 14, good. 13, 12, keep breathing, 11, you can do it, 10, 9, tapping down, 8, 7, 6, ooh, 5, I see some of you sweating out there, 3, 2, 1, holding it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Oh, you should feel it right through there. Tensor fasciae latae, again, allows for external rotation of the leg if you need to step over an object. Now we're going to come over to that right leg. Inhale through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. It seems counterintuitive, but try to relax. Bring out that right leg. So again, you're going to bring the knee up, keeping it in this plane. Try not to bring it in, okay? Tapping that heel back down. Going for one count of 25. 25, good. 24, 23, 22, breathing, 21, and 20, good. 19, 18, perfect. 17, 16, 15, 14, good. 13, 12, hang in there, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, holding it, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, let's let those TFLs rest for a moment. And I always like to give tips and little bits of education when I teach. One of the questions that I get is, are weights necessary? Yes and no. If you work with weights, even if the weights are light, you should have proper form. If you don't know what you're doing, please don't assume because the weights are light, oh, they can't hurt me. Yeah, they can. So depending on your baseline of physicality will determine whether or not weights are indicated for you. So for example, if you take a person who's never worked out before, and all of a sudden they want to bench press 200 pounds, that's not such a good idea, right? Because your body hasn't acclimated to the weight, and if you haven't lifted before, you may not know proper form. So just remember, weights are serious business. Get informed and get educated before you start working with them. Okay, we're going to move on. We're going to come back to upper body. Now we're going to work the rear delt, the back of the shoulder. And this is also a balance exercise. Why? Because it works on one of the components of balance, strength. There are 3. Strength, flexibility, neurological priming. These 3 comprise balance. If you are lacking in one, your balance will be compromised. Okay, seated upright in the chair. Now this is a great exercise if you've had shoulder replacement surgery. This is a wonderful exercise. It works that back delt. Okay, you're going to have your palms facing the back of the room. So you're seated upright in the chair, so your back is like this. No slouching, I see ya. Okay, you're sitting up, good, okay. Palms are facing the back, arms are down like this. Just gonna bring the elbows up, there you go, and back down. Just one count of 40, nice and easy. This is 38. 37, all the way down. 36, 35, good. 34, 33, 32, 31, and 30. 29, all the way down. 28, 27, 26, 25. Try to keep your chin slightly elevated. And this is 22, 21, and 20. 19, all the way down. 18, 17, 16, good. 15, are you feeling it yet? And 12, back of the shoulder. 11, 10, 9, good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring it up and hold it. Elbows out to the side for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if your rear delt, the back of the shoulder, is a little weak, this is what's going to happen. You're going to wind up doing this. The objective is to keep the hands pointed downward. But don't worry if you don't have perfect form. It's okay. Your body, your muscles, and your brain both have to acclimate. Okay, we're going to keep going. So we're going to come back to lower body because while it's there, I'd like to do a little bit of a speed drill. Now, speed drills are important. I say, what are speed drills in senior exercise? Yes, because if you stumble or trip, your brain needs to remember how to move quickly. It is essential. Your feet need to be able to move quickly. If you don't practice, the brain starts to forget how to kind of move quickly, right? So what you're going to do is, you can do this in either of two ways. You can either sit or stand. Let's do the standing. I'll show you this. I'm going to move the chair to the side just for demonstration purposes. Holding on to the chair, back of the chair. This is all you're going to do. You're going to move the feet up and down in one spot. If you're seated, just do the same thing. However, when you're seated, hands on the bottom of the chair, you're going to lean forward. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Don't worry if your feet are all over the place. Don't even worry if you kind of mess up the cadence. Just try. We're going to do this for one count of 30. Nice firm grip on that chair. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Hang in there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well, I'm exhausted. How about you? So, as with anything, when you practice, you should practice for real life. So let's say you have a grandson or a son or daughter, anyone you know, who plays sports. When you practice, you should practice as though you're at the game. If you're a singer and you practice, you should practice as though you are actually at a real audition. Why? This trains the brain neurologically how to engage under pressure. In terms of, balance exercises, part of my job is to ensure that you practice and exercise for real life scenarios. So this is why we have to have a sort of mix of different exercises, whereas the different muscle groups know their job. It is very important for me to impart to all of those who take my class or those whom I instruct to understand what the exercises are, the muscles that are involved, and how we use them, right? So in terms of doing that, right, how would that help you? Let's say you're walking along, let's say it's the middle of the night, and you're parched, right? You can't see, and you stumble over the cat. Yes, the cat did it on purpose. You know how that cat is, right? And you stumble, right? The gravitational constant is that you have about 0.5 seconds to react. Your brain needs to be able to kick in that way, as quickly as that. By doing speed drills, again, this becomes automatic. You trip over the cat. Your brain remembers how to self-correct your position before you even know what happened. Okay, we're going to continue on. Next, we're going to come back to our legs actually, and we're going to do our squat. Now, for those of you who have taken ballet, sometimes I get ballerinas in my class, they think it's a plie. A plie is sort of upright, you're in first position, right? And you come down and up. For the purposes of this class, doing a squat in that position can place a little bit of stress on your knees, and you're not doing a squat to perform in Swan Lake. So the position is going to be as follows. You're going to have the toes slightly pointed outward. I'll show you the front view. With your bum sticking out. So it's going to look like this. Hold on to that chair. There you go. Now, if you have knee problems, skip through this portion of the exercise. You're going to keep that bum back and you're going to drop down. Notice my knee position. I'm not coming forward. That's a big no-no. You don't have to come down far. Just up and down. Just like that. 2 counts of 25. And 3, stick that bum out. Good. And 4, pushing up through the heel. Good. 5, notice the engagement, the back of the leg, right? 6, good. 7, and 8, and 9, pushing up through the heel. 10, and 11, very good. 12, and 13, 14, notice where you feel it. 15, right? 16, 17, good. 18, almost done. 19, with this set. 20, 21, good. 22, 23, 24, 25, can you hold it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pushing up, good. Shake those legs out a little bit. So because the feet were apart, pointed outward, you're going to feel more of the onus on the lateral aspect of the thigh, which is right there. You need the thighs to be able to position, to be able to accept your weight. See if you're getting off the floor, even if you're just getting up out of a chair. Remember, if the muscles lack the strength, the stress of your mass or your weight needs to go somewhere, right? So if your muscles can't take the stress, it goes to the knee joint. Your knee joints are not designed to bear weight. They're designed as a hinge point. One more count of 25. Remember, stop the tape if you need to. Get a glass of water. Holding on to the chair, checking your position first. Bum is out. Driving up through the heel. 25, good. 24, perfect. 23, 22, keep the knees apart. 21, and 20, and 19. And if you hear clicking, 18, please stop. 17, I see you out there. My knees are clicking. Just stop. 16, 15, and rest. 14, good. And 13. 12, driving up through the heel. 11, good. 10, and 9, breathing. 8, good. 7, pushing up. 6, 5, 4, keep leaning forward. 3, 2, and here's the hard part. Holding that static position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pushing up, take a seat. Again, if you need water, please do so. It's very important to stay hydrated. I've mentioned this in other classes. Hydration, extremely, extremely important. You have a feedback loop in your body that helps to regulate blood pressure in response to blood volume. So what that means is, if you get dehydrated, all these processes kick in to help kind of regulate your blood pressure, your respiration, and your heart rate. This is particularly problematic if you are on what is called an ACE inhibitor. Without getting too technical, the ACE inhibitor is part of this loop feedback of the RAA system that helps to regulate your blood pressure in response to low blood volume. So you have a hormone in the blood that's kind of hanging out in there called angiotensinogen. I believe that's what it's called. Anyway, in response to that low blood pressure, it gets activated. And it cleaves and it causes increased blood pressure. When you have low fluid volume, this kicks in this system. If you already suffer from high blood pressure, this can be particularly problematic. So what's the point of what I'm saying? If you're on high blood pressure medication, if you suffer from high blood pressure, work with your doctor. Don't say, the doctor doesn't know what he's saying, pass the salt. Don't do that. Work with your doctor, keep that blood pressure under control, and stay hydrated. Okay, I can see you out there. You look nice and rested. We're coming back to upper body. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to come back to upper body, as I just mentioned. We're going to work the arms a little bit, okay? You're going to have your arms down in front of you, relaxing the shoulders. This is called the front arm raise, of course, without weights. So for this, you want the chest up, shoulders slightly back, bringing the arms up and down. Now, if you were to work with weights doing this, you want to stay, depending on your physicality, you need about 2 pounds. We're going to go for 30 of these. This is 27, 26, good, 25, 24, breathing, 23, 22, good, and 21, and 20, and 19, 18, 17, good, 16, you're breathing, 15, 14, good, 13, 12, 11, perfect, 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, 4, perfect, 3, 2, and we're going to try and hold it, bring it up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do another count. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. We're going to do a drop count of 15. Again, do your best. If you can't bring your arms up all the way, bring them up as high as you can. Okay? Relaxing the shoulders. 15. We're going to slow it down. 14. Good. 13. Breathing. And 12. And 11. 10. Good. And 9. And 8. Those arms are getting heavy, aren't they? 7. And 6. Good. 5. 4. Good. 3. Try not to speed up. 2. Bring it up. Give it everything you got. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is working the front part of the shoulder, the anterior delt. This portion of the shoulder assists when you need to push in the frontal plane. So, going back to the example of the cat in the middle of the night, right? So you're walking, trying to get a glass of water, and you stumble over, and you grab an object to break your fall. When you push like this, you are activating, in part, there are other muscles that come into play, the anterior delt. If this primary or synergist muscle is weak, your grip is going to go and you're going to slip forward. You cannot will your body into maintaining grip. Grip strength is earned only through this muscle activation and acclimation and activation. This is difficult for women. We tend to be a little bit weaker in the shoulders. So this is why it is imperative, especially if you suffer from osteoporosis. We're going to come back to lower body, so you can take a seat for this one. This is the one I like to call the leg cross. This is working the medial aspect of the leg, the adductor complex. So for this, you're going to have your back against the chair. I'm going to move up a little bit so you can see me. You're going to have your back against your chair. You can slide forward just a little bit, holding on to the base of the chair. Again, I don't want to see any of you doing this stuff because I can see right into your living room. Don't you do that. You let that leg struggle on its own. So you're going to have your hands, you're going to keep them at the base of the chair. You're going to bring out the left leg, and you're going to try to cross the leg over. If you can't cross the leg, no problem. Just bring the knees together. But notice, that foot is off the floor. Oh my goodness. So you're going to bring out that left knee. Try not to dip it in like that. Try to keep everything in line. We're just going to go for one count. Let's go for 30, because I can feel you're feeling adventurous today. Okay, we're going to go for 30 and back out. Notice the cadence. Slow. 28. You want to make the muscle work. 27. 26. Nice and slow. 25. Good. 24. Try to control it coming back to the floor. Okay, 23. Try not to let it drop down like that. 22. Good. 21. 20. You're breathing. 19. I hope you're breathing. 18. And 17. You're going to start to feel the activation. 16. Very good. 15. 14. Perfect. 13. And 12. 11. 10. 9. Very good. 8. And 7. 6. Breathing. 5. Good. 4. 3. Very good. 2. And 1. Bringing that leg out. So you're going to feel the activation through here, the adductus magnus, in part. I'm just naming one muscle. As with any movement, there are a bunch of muscles that kind of help out and assist, but then you have the primary synergist muscles. In this case, we have the adductor magnus, and this muscle is important if you need to navigate stepping over an object with lateral rotation. So if you needed to do something like this, the adductor would help with that. If the adductor is weak, the leg is going to drag and you're going to try and come up. The body's going to try and compensate and use the quads, which can be problematic. Okay, we're going to come to the right side, back against the chair. I gave you a little bit of a rest. I'm not that mean. Okay, bringing that leg out, going for 30. Again, if you can't cross that leg over, just bring the knees together, keeping that foot off the floor. Ready? This is 30. Very good. 29. 28, and you're breathing. 27, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. 26, good. 25, 24, perfect. 23, 22, 21, and 20, good. And 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, perfect. 14, 13, very good. 12, and 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, 5, feeling that activation, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relaxing. So again, you're gonna feel that burn right through there. While you're resting, real quick, we talked a little bit earlier about how important fluid is. Another aspect of fluid and volume is your ability to stand up, get out of bed, without getting too dizzy. So every time you move, when you sit in your car, when you sit down to watch television, when you stand up, your body must adjust your blood pressure. This is, again, another complex sort of a feedback loop that occurs. So when you are dehydrated, the ability for you to self-correct is called the baroreceptor reflex, right? So what happens is, just like I just stood up, very quickly, my carotid arch and my aortic arch have to re-regulate my blood pressure because now I'm standing. As one becomes older or more mature, this reflex becomes blunted. So what's the point of that? When you need to move, particularly a drastic move, from the floor to a standing position, from bed to a standing position, take your time. It is often good to take an intermediary step, for example, getting out of bed. Sit on the edge of your bed for just a few minutes and then stand. If you ever fall, hopefully never, try to fight the impulse to jump up and stand. Give yourself a chance to just breathe, sit up if you can, rest again. If you need to get on your knees, stop there for a few seconds, and then slowly make yourself get yourself to a standing position. But moving slowly is key. You must give this baroreceptor reflex a chance to catch up. When you're younger, this can occur within 2 heartbeats. As you get older, it can take a little bit longer. So it is important to respect that. Okay, we're going to come back to exercise. Let's come back to upper body because it's there. Now we're going to have a dynamic movement. This one, I apologize in advance, it's a little tough, but I think you can do it. This is going to be a biplane movement. We're going to bring the arms up in the frontal plane and then out in the lateral plane. What you want to look for here is bringing the elbows down and then out. So what I'm doing here, I want your brain to get acclimated to moving your arms in different directions. This is more difficult than doing one movement. So again, if you need to stop the tape, take a break, get some water, do so. Now, bringing your arms overhead can cause, again, because we're changing positions, a slight change in your blood pressure. So if you get a little bit dizzy, stop that video, get some water, and come back in if you can. Going for 1 count of 30, got the elbows nice and tight here. 30, and out. 29, are we done yet? No. 28, oh my goodness. 27, and out. 26, good. And 25, out to the side. 24, oh, and don't forget to breathe. 23, you need to breathe. 22, good. And 21, and 20, good. And 19, and 18, good. And 17, 16, 15, perfect. 14, and 13, 12, 11, good. 10, bring the elbows all the way down, 9, good. And 8, and 7, and out. And 6, you're breathing, 5, good. And 4, perfect. And 3, and 2, and 1. Bringing the arms out. Can you hold them there? Bring the palms forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, if your arms were shaking, your muscles were shaking, you're in the zone. You're in there. You need to get to that point where you have a nice, intense burn. This is your indication that your muscles are in an area of exertion that they're not too, that the muscle fibers just aren't used to. And this will incite acclimation and strengthening. Remember, you don't need to kill yourself at the gym. It's not even indicated. You just need to be able to do enough a few times a week, whereas your muscles stay neurologically engaged. You are engaging the muscles. So remember, walking is wonderful, but it is only one component of a really great integrated exercise regimen. You need flexibility, stretching, you take yoga, Tai Chi, but you also need strength work, which can be just working against your body weight. Okay, we're going to move forward. Oh, and just revisiting, I talked about ACE inhibitors. Some of the drugs I have written down because I don't remember them. Prinavil, Acupril, Zestril, Altase, Lotensin, Vasotec, and I can't read the other one, but those are some of the medications that are ACE inhibitors. If you are on one of them, or one that I didn't mention, you must be very, very careful about your salt intake. You gotta keep that salt intake real low. Okay, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. We're gonna come to upper body, we're gonna do a little bit of external rotation. This type of exercise can be and should be done every single day. So we're going to do two types. You're going to have your arms at your sides. I did this in one of my previous classes too. Bring the shoulders up and back. It's easy. We're going to go for one count of 40. Try to keep the arms straight. Ready? 40, pulling back. 39, 38, so this is what it looks like. 37, 36, 35, just do your best. 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, just try. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, side view, 22, 21, bring the chest forward, 20, good, 19, 18, 17, good, 16, 15, breathing, 14, good, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. That exercise is a big one, right? So when you do external rotation of this type and also the next exercise that we're about to do, this helps to guard against kyphotic posturing, where sometimes you see people that have the rounded shoulders. Now, I'm going to give you a little information that maybe that you've never heard. Have you ever looked in the mirror? I know I have. And you're like, I have a chicken neck. You're like, what's going on with the neck? Well, what happens is that you have a connective tissue layer called the platysma, and you really don't hear about it too much. And it lies over the sternocleidomastoid and drops down to about here. But anyway, as we get older, this gets tighter. This is why when you see someone, it looks like they have like these projections out of their neck. The platysma gets very, very tight. Once again, the juncture of the pec major is here, goes up into the neck. That's why it looks ropey. By doing exercises of this type, where we have the external rotation, this helps to stretch this platysma. One of the corollary effects is that if you do it enough, it helps to relax, helps a little bit, to relax the platysmal sort of banding that occurs as one gets older. So just a little sort of tip for those ladies out there. Okay, next we're going to do a similar external rotation, this time with the outstretched arms. Now, again, you just do your best, arms at your sides, and you want to bring the arms up and back. Now, this can be very difficult for some. It's okay. Do what you can. All I'm looking for is the elongation of the pec major through here and the platysma, right? So as you drop down here, right, bring the arms back, Getting that nice stretch through there. Let's just go for 20 of these. 20 and 19 and 18. This is also another wonderful movement. 17, if you've had shoulder replacement surgery, this should be part of your therapy. 15, up and back. 14, up and back. 13, bringing the chest forward. 12, keep breathing. 11, good. 10, breathing. 9, and 8, 7, good. 6, 5, perfect. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relaxing. So there are people who have such kyphotic posturing that this movement is very difficult. So one of the ways that you can sort of cheat doing it is, if you can, lie face down on your bed, turn your head to the side, and just have your arms out just like that. So it would look like this. You're lying on the mattress and your arms are out to the side, and just try to relax. If you have kyphotic posturing, your chest won't be able to touch the mattress. By sort of exploiting gravity and lying face down, you're letting gravity sort of give you a little bit of traction to help to increase the elasticity of that platysma, right? That's how you get the chicken neck, right? The platysma, and also the upper pec girdle, all right? And that's an exercise you do every day, external rotation. All righty, we're going to come back to lower body. Because I'm a little sadistic today, I apologize. Okay, you're gonna have your back against the chair. This time we're going to do our knee raise in the frontal plane. So we're going to hit that, the hip flexor or the iliopsoas complex head on. We don't have that external rotation. So you can slouch in the chair just a little bit, extending out the left leg. Let's go for a low count of 70. I'm kidding, we'll just do 30. Bringing the knee up and back out, tapping down. Now, if you feel adventurous, try to keep the foot elevated off the floor. And 26, good. 25, this is also a balance exercise. 23, 22, good. 21, 20, and no grabbing the leg. I see someone out there doing it. 18, oh my goodness. And this is 16, 15, you're going to feel it through here. 14, good. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, just do your best. 7, your best is good enough. And 5, 4, good. 3, 2, 1. Try to hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Going to feel it right there in the iliopsoas complex. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, coming over to that right leg. Again, if you'd like a little bit of a challenge, keep that foot off the floor. Ready? This is 30, 29, 28, good. 27, 26, 25, perfect. 24, 23, 22, 21, and 20. 19, perfect. 18, 17, 16, 15, breathing. 14, 13, 12, 11, good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good. 3, 2, and 1, good. Sitting up in the chair, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. You're doing just fine. Remember, again, hydrate if you need to. Stop this video. Go get something to drink. Come right back. Okay, we're going to come back to the speed drill. This time, we're going to move the feet in a linear plane. Now, this is much tougher. So I'm going to show you the side view. And this may not look too pretty, but who cares? No one's watching, right? Okay, so you can either lean back or sit up, your choice. Tapping the feet out and back. If you'd like more of a challenge, Try to increase contact, keep the entire sole of the foot. This is a little bit more neurologically challenging. However, if it's okay if you just execute this on the balls of the feet. We're going to go for one count of 30, 30, 29, good, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, let the feet go, 23, it's okay if you mess up, 22, 21, the brain is trying to figure it out, it's okay, 19, 18, just keep going if you can, that's it, 16, 15, good, 14, 13, 12, breathing, 11, 10, see I'm messing up too, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, that's hard, oh my God. That neurological training is very tough, but so necessary. So training the brain, to me, is much harder than actually training your body. Case in point, have you ever eaten, I don't know, 20 or so Kit Kat bars every day, and you just get used to it? So let's say one day you say, I'm just gonna stop eating Kit Kat bars. Your brain is gonna get you in that car and drive you over to the supermarket to buy some more Kit Kat bars. Why? Because your brain neurologically knows that you eat 20 Kit Kat bars a day. In order to change that, you have to train the brain to reduce it. It isn't that you need to eat Kit Kat bars, it's that your brain wants it. This parallels to exercise. You can't force change. It happens incrementally over time. So if you wanted to stop eating 20 Kit Kat bars a day, you'd eat 20, then 19, then 18. Each day, slowly, incrementally, lowering your load or your dose until you get down to 0. So it is very important to keep in mind that the neurological or brain component of exercise can be or is just as important as acclimating your muscle fibers. Okay, we're going to come back to upper body. Now we're going to work the pec major a little bit. And don't worry, we're almost done. I see you getting tired out there. Okay, so this is going to be in the frontal plane. You're going to sit up straight in the chair. Hands are on your shoulders. Bring the elbows up as high as you can. That's it. Bring in the elbows. I did it. And then back out. Try not to let those elbows drop. Try to keep the elbows as high as you can. Relax, activating the upper pec through here. This also helps you to push, if you need to push yourself away from the floor, chair, or whatever. Okay, we're going to go for one count. Let's go for 30. 30. 29, good, 28, 27, all the way out, 26, 25, 24, good, 23, 22, good, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, good, 16, 15, keep breathing, 13, good, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, good, 7, breathing, 6, breathing, 5, 4, and out, 3, 2, and 1. Try to hold the elbows together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, good. Now let's do a little bit of balance. This is a balanced exercise, but also is going to integrate a little bit of strength, and ironically, I'm going to have you hold on to the chair for it. So you're going to have you stand up behind your chair, just like this. And for the purposes of this class, you can hold on to the chair. You don't need to release your hands from the chair unless you feel comfortable doing so. What is important here is the dynamic movement of your leg while standing on one foot. If for any reason you have pain from a knee injury of any kind, please skip through this portion of the video. Leaning forward, holding onto the chair, you're going to start on that left leg, and you're going to keep your foot off the floor. So you're going to lean forward. You can bend the right knee if you like, just slightly. Bringing the knee up and down. Notice I'm not touching the floor. 1 count of 20. And 18. 17. Good. 16. 15. 14. Breathe. 13. 12. Just do your best. 11. This is difficult. This is 9. 8. 7. 6. Good. 5. 4. 3. 2, 1. This is the bonus for those of you who feel you can handle it. Bring a leg out to the side. Drop count of 10. 10, out, 9, out, 8, out, 7, out, 6, out, 5, out, 4, out, 3, out, 2, out, 1. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oy, that was a little tough, wasn't it? Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. We're going to come over to the right side. So again, you're going to keep that foot elevated off the floor. Do your best. One side will be stronger than the other. If you've had issues with hip replacement, anything like that, I mentioned the knees previously, just skip this portion of the exercise, especially if you walk kind of tilt over to one side. Skip this portion, okay? Okay, so we're going to do a count of 25, 25 without touching the floor. 23, good. 22, 21, 20, good. 19, 18, 17, good. 16, 15, 14, 13, good. 12, 11, 10, perfect. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the bonus, if you'd like to hang in there, extending that leg out to the side. 10, out, 9, out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can take a seat. And you may have noticed when you do a leg raise, you feel the stress on the opposite leg, or called the contralateral leg. Totally normal. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So when you balance, right, you think it's just one leg. It's the opposite side as well, right? Okay, you can have a seat. I always like to give little survival tips while you're resting. Hopefully you'll never need this tip. If you ever feel as though you may become the victim of an assault, or you feel as though you're in danger, remember, never incite hand-to-hand combat. Your best bet is to find refuge behind an object. It can be a nearby car, it can be a mailbox, it can be a light post, but you want to stay away. Keep your eyes on the subject, conserve your energy to help you stay nice and safe, but never hand-to-hand combat. You always keep away, right? Always stay away. Okay, we're gonna start to cool down a little bit. I know you wanna go for another hour. I can hear you out there like, Sharon, please give us some more exercise. We'll have to wait till next time. So what we're gonna do now, hey, wait a minute. I promise you we're gonna come back to that first strength test. So the first thing we did today was tested your ability to bring that knee up. Let's try it again. Holding on to the base of the chair, back against the chair, and slide forward a little bit. I'm going to bring up that left knee for 30 seconds. Let's see if you've improved a little bit. Bring the knee up, time starts now. Coming up on 5 seconds. Coming up on 10 seconds. Good. Coming up on 15 seconds. Good. Coming up on, I think this clock is moving a little bit faster. We have another 5 seconds to go. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Ask yourself, was it easier or harder? Coming over to the right side, remember, do your best. Bringing up that right knee, starting now for 30 seconds. Coming up on 5 seconds. Good. Coming up on 10 seconds. Perfect. Coming up on 15, halfway there. You can do it. Coming up on 20 seconds. Good. Coming up on 25 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That was wonderful. Let's start our cool down. The knees and feet apart. So you can do this standing if you wish. I'm tired, I don't know about you. I'm gonna stay seated. So this is for expansion of the pec girdle. We're also going to integrate a breathing exercise. So as you bring the arms up, you're going to inhale, and then we're going to come down. Exhale, coming down to the floor. We'll just do 3 of those. Again, you can stand if you like. Deep inhale, coming down. Deep inhale, letting the arms drop back if you can. Exhale, coming down. Deep inhale, and down. Now sitting straight up, you can keep those feet in the same position. A little bit of rotational movement. You want to keep your back off the chair for this. This should be nice and easy. Anytime you deal with flexion of the back, please move slowly. It's not worth wrenching your back. We'll just do 8 more of these for a total of 10. And this is 7. Good. And 6. And 5. Good. And 4. Perfect. And 3. Good. And 2. And 1. I'd like to say a big thank you to the City of Revere, in particular, Mayor Brian Arrigo and Ms. Deb, the Executive Director of the Revere Senior Center. If you'd like to see more of my exercises, come to the City of Revere website, or you can find me on YouTube. You can put in Senior Fitness with Sharon. There are a number of people named Sharon, so look for the YouTube video that looks like me. Thank you so much. Stay safe, maintain social distance, and until next time.